Alright guys, welcome. This is the Bricks Family Mom and Dad, and today we have a quick rundown of some DLC, a DLC pack. Now this DLC pack in particular is based around the upcoming, or depending on when you're watching it, the Civil War movie that's coming out in May of 2016. So this is actually Captain America 3 is what the film is. And this pack is available exclusively on PlayStation, and it's a character pack. So the characters in the pack, it's actually free for PlayStation users, which is really fun. So the characters in the pack are Winter Soldier, specifically in his sort of Civil War disguise. We have War Machine, Scarlet Witch, who we first saw in Age of Ultron. We have Iron Man in a specific suit, the Mark 46 suit. We have Falcon, Crossbones, Captain America in his Civil War garb, Black Panther, and then Agent 13. So we're going to just run through these fairly quickly, but just kind of show you some of the moves and the costumes and stuff and some of the character animations. And we'll start with the Winter Soldier. So we first saw Winter Soldier in the cinematic universe. Actually, technically, we saw him in the first Captain America film as Bucky Barnes, and we saw him as Winter Soldier in the second film called Captain America Winter Soldier. So he's sort of, like, by the end of that film, he sort of runs off, and he's on his path towards redemption, reforming from, he was sort of the villain in Winter Soldier, and now he becomes an Avenger, I assume. So here's his suit he's got his silver mechanical arm. He's not wearing the mask anymore. He's got a gun. This gun, so he's got a gun is to shoot. But other than that, he chucks grenades. So there you go. So he has grenades and a gun, and that's his Civil War suit. Let's switch to the next character. So this is War Machine. So War Machine is I forget, Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes, yeah, James Rhodes. So he is like Tony Stark's friend, right? And he works for the military. I think he was Iron Patriot in Iron Man 2 or 3. So anyways, so he's sort of he's not Iron Man because he's not Tony Stark, but he wears essentially an Iron Man suit, and then he has this gun off over his shoulder that he uses. He's got a different color scheme. It's a different person underneath. So as you can see, and the game, he has this pack on his back, which is kind of fun. It differentiates him from Iron Man. So he can fly just like Iron Man. He can shoot while he's flying. So that is War Machine. Let's go to Scarlet Witch. Now this is fun. So this is Scarlet Witch, which we saw in the second Avengers film, I think Age of Ultron. And so she's got some really fun, she's kind of, what is it, telekinetic powers? Is that what it's called? She's very powerful. So, sorry, we're looking up some of her character abilities and histories here. So she has probability manipulation in the comics, which is kind of hard to visualize for the films. So they focused more on chaos magic and reality warping in the films. And so that's when she sort of was messing with, you remember in the films where she like messed with the Hulk's mind and a couple of the other characters. So if you saw the film, you'll know, that's really cool. She has these really fun moves, and in the middle of a battle, we're playing through the game with her. In the middle of a fight, you get this red like magic stuff flying everywhere, and she was taking out a lot of guys. It was really fun.
She's really powerful, so it makes her really fun to play in the story mode and throughout the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it doesn't look like she flies. I think in the trailer we saw for Civil War, she was like taking off, like starting to fly, but it doesn't look like they applied that power here. So she has these bolts she can shoot, and then when she sort of gets in close to destroy things. Let's see if we can find some stuff to destroy. She's got an interesting suit. She kind of has like a skirt-ish type thing back here. So she says she can hit things from a distance with this these these things. So it's pretty cool. So there, yeah. Let's let me find a spot here where I can give you a good look at her outfit. There you go. So she has the glowing eyes, the things in her hands there, and then the cloak kind of that she's wearing. So yeah, that's Scarlet Witch. And then we have Iron Man, which is just Iron Man. It looks, the printing, my guess, is probably slightly different than the other ones in the game, but for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. It's Iron Man. He can fly, he can shoot. He does this, his fighting. He does this missile launching. So yeah, that's nothing too exciting there, but I'll give you a quick look at the alternate paint scheme. Of course, we know it's Tony Stark under there. And then we have Falcon, which is fun. So Falcon has this suit that he uses to fly in the cinematic universe. So it looks like we'll get him to take off here. That's really fun. So yeah, he's got this backpack that he flies with. So we saw Falcon in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and then we saw him again actually in Ant-Man. He was a pretty featured character. And it looks like he'll be back for Civil War. Let's land here and you get a good look at the character. He's got this backpack he flies with. He's got a gun he uses. He's got the goggles. It looks like he's dual wielding the gun there. Yeah, so that's Falcon. And then we have Crossbones, which I'm not too familiar with Crossbones. I'm assuming he's going to show up as a villain maybe in the Civil War film. He's got a gun. Looks like he's got a mask. He's got a chest printing that has crossbones on it. How appropriate. So let's see. Look, he has this gun that fires. Ooh, sorry, Falcon. That's it. He has it looks like he just jumps and has this gun. He might have some melee when he gets into a fight.
Yeah, it says he's a expert marksman, so it kind of makes sense in that he's highly skilled in hand-to-hand combat. So, a fighter.
There you go. So that's Crossbones. Oh, you know what? I will say, without going off too much of a tangent, I have a friend who's really into Marvel Comics, and he knows a lot more than I do. And I think he was saying that this was a character that was in Winter Soldier. And I think he may even have been the guy. Remember when he lands on the ship at the very beginning of the film, and he gets in that fight with that guy?
Oh yeah.
It's like a big physical battle, and there's a lot of martial arts and stuff. And I think this guy goes on to be him. I could be wrong, but I think that's the way he was first represented in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So there's that. I don't know if it's true. You can let me know in the comments. And then we get Captain America. So there's multiple Captain Americas in the game. This looks like maybe he might have a unique printing. Maybe he has some unique animation. Now he's not wearing his, what is it? His helmet? It's not a helmet, but.
Yeah, it's like a cap or a.
Yeah, cowl or whatever. So he's not wearing that specifically here. Mm-hmm. But he has his shield. He can chuck the shield like he does with the other versions of him. He's got the melee that he does. It's Captain America. It's really fun. So there you go. There's Captain America, the Civil War character in the game. He can block with his shield here. So there you go. And then we have Black Panther. Now Black Panther is really cool. He's getting his own film soon. I don't know. I don't think we've seen him in the cinematic universe this far. We did go to Wakanda, I think is the name of it. So in Age of Ultron, they go to a region where I think they're sort of setting him up, the character up. I don't know a lot of the details, so I won't try to elaborate. But when they're on that ship and they're fighting. Ultron, and that there's I think that's where they were getting the metal that they were trying to make, that Ultron was trying to get.
Right.
I'm not sure how it's associated, but so let's talk about Black Panther. What are some of his powers?
He's a skilled hunter and tracker, which kind of makes sense.
Nice.
It says that he's an inventor and a scientist, trained acrobat, gymnast, martial arts. He has superhuman senses.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, look at that.
Nice.
So that must be like a quick move type thing. Nice.
It says he has Olympic level strength, speed, agility, stamina, and reflexes. So that's kind of a neat way to depict that in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is cool. So other than we've seen some images online, Marvel's released. He shows up briefly in the Civil War trailer that's out so far. But I'm looking forward to learning more about his character. It's exciting that he's going to be a part of the Avengers and that we'll get to see more of him. So it's fun that they included him in this DLC. It's got some unique printing. He's got a unique headpiece you can see, kind of hinting at the Black Panther, the animal a little bit. He's animalistic. He's got the claws and the ears and stuff. So I'm digging this one, and I really like that speed move he has. Okay. So we have one more here, and this is Agent 13. And I'll be honest, I know nothing about Agent 13. So we did look her up, and we'll talk a little bit about what we found. But she looks like a pretty straightforward female character. What do we got? So she's a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent.
She's an ex-S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. So, and a lot of times she's depicted as a secret agent currently.
Okay.
Also, love interest for Captain America.
Ooh.
And she actually shows up in Winter Soldier. So we have already seen her in the cinematic universe.
Oh, is she the neighbor?
Yes.
Oh.
She's in charge of kind of keeping an eye.
That's right.
On Captain America. And so she kind of poses as the neighbor for a little while as a nurse. So
cool.
It's interesting that she's going to be kind of coming back and reprising that role in Civil War. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that plays out.
Right. Now that's interesting because I know hopefully we'll try not to go on too much of a tangent here. So he had that love interest from when he was younger, but then he moved forward in time, and of course she didn't age the same way he did. So he kind of had that sort of tragic love lost.
Right, which we see that's how Scarlet Witch kind of manipulates him.
Yes, you're right. And so it's interesting that they're kind of setting up someone else for him. Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. That's Agent 13. That is a look at the DLC pack, the Civil War DLC pack, and the characters you get with that. Right now, it's exclusive to PlayStation owners. But it did say, I saw there was a tag on the packaging that said it was going to be available, I think, in April. Available to purchase on other systems. So there you go. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions about the characters, we'd be happy to answer them.
Or if we said something wrong, you can correct us.
Yes, please let us know in the comments. We'd be happy to dialogue with you guys. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.